U.S. Congress is all set to review the unredacted versions of the 3 million files on the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein that the Department of Justice released recently. That means that the members of Congress will have full access to the unredacted files connected to convicted sex offender as questions continue about transparency, accountability, and why no additional prosecutions could continue to follow them. Only lawmakers, not their staff, will have access to the files, and they will be permitted to take notes but not make electronic copies. To access the files, lawmakers will need to give the Justice Department 24 hours of notice and will only be able to review the files on computer at the Department of Justice. The move comes after intense criticism of the Justice Department for delays, disclosures, improper redactions of victims and their photos, and its failure to release all 6 million documents related to the case. As this is happening, Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's accomplice, will be questioned behind closed doors by the U.S. Congress. However, she is expected to revoke her right to not answer questions. As Congress prepares to grill Maxwell, her legal team has indicated she will refuse to answer substantive questions by invoking her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. The Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects individuals from being forced to testify against themselves in criminal cases. By invoking it, a witness can legally refuse to answer questions that could expose their criminal liability. She will face questions from prison via video link from the House of Representatives Oversight Committee. In Maxwell's case, her lawyers argue that speaking openly before Congress without immunity could expose her to additional legal risks. But what will Ghislaine Maxwell be questioned over? Well, lawmakers intend to ask her more on current U.S. President Trump's relations with Epstein, who were the so-called co-conspirators or men that went onto the island where minors were abused, and above all, did she or Epstein ever arrange, facilitate, or provide access to underage girls to wealthy men? Beyond the trafficking charges, Maxwell will also be asked if she had any knowledge of Epstein sharing information with foreign governments or intelligence services. No further U.S. prosecution is expected to result from the latest release. However, the files have triggered scandal and resignations among prominent political and business figures whose ties to Epstein were exposed.